So, you want to get into affiliate marketing, but you're drowning in advice, right? You are scrolling through videos, and all you hear from the gurus is complex funnels, ad spend, SERP rankings, and a bunch of other jargon that makes you want to close the tab. You just want to know what actually works for someone starting from scratch. It's that feeling of being overwhelmed, like you are already failing before you have even begun. It's frustrating. Forget that noise. In this video, I'm giving you 3 simple, field-tested affiliate strategies that just flat work. We'll start with the dead simple method to get your first affiliate link out there. Then, we'll build a real system that can work for you 24/7. And finally, I'll show you the pro-level strategy for building a business that has real long-term value. Let's do this. Alright, strategy number 1. We are calling this the basic link method, and is the fastest way to get your hands dirty and prove to yourself that this is real. The idea is that simple. You find a product you believe in, you get a special tracking link for it, and when someone clicks your link and makes a purchase, you earn a commission. Yeah! No website, no funnels, no upfront costs. This is your launchpad. It's how you learn the ropes. The best places to start are big affiliate networks like ClickBank, Share a Sale, CJ Affiliate, GVZoo, or the giant of them all, Amazon Associates. These are basically massive online marketplaces connecting you with companies eager to pay you for promoting their stuff. Here is how it breaks down, step by step. First, sign up for a network. We'll use ClickBank as an example since it's known for being friendly to newcomers. Second, pick a niche. Don't overthink this. What do you enjoy? What are your hobbies? Fitness, gaming, cooking, dog training? Pick something you genuinely find interesting because your passion, or lack of it, will show. And authenticity is everything. Third, hunt for a great product within that niche. On ClickBank, for instance, you can check the gravity score. It's a handy metric that shows you how many other affiliates are successfully selling that product. A high score usually means the product has a sales page that converts well. Fourth, when you've found a winner, hit promote. The network will spit out your unique affiliate link. This is your golden ticket. It has your personal ID baked into it, so they know who to pay. And fifth, this is the most important part. Share the link smartly. Don't be the person who just blasts it all everywhere like a spam. The secret is to provide value first. Let's say your niche is homebrewing. Join a Facebook group for homebrewers. Participate. Answer questions. Be helpful. When someone asks for a good starter kit, you can chime in with a genuine recommendation and say, I actually got started with this kit and had a great experience. You can see it here. And then you drop your link. You can also put the link in your social media bios or mention it in a YouTube video. You are a helpful resource, not a pushy salesperson. When people trust you, they'll trust your recommendations. This method is your training ground. You might only make a few bucks to start, but it proves the model. And that first commission is a feeling you'll never forget. Once you've scored a few wins with the basic link, and you've seen that first commission hit your account, it's time to level up. Strategy number 2 is the funnel method. And this is where you stop just sharing links and start building a real business asset. A funnel is just a simple, guided path you create for potential customers. But here is the game-changing difference. Instead of sending them straight to a sales page, you first offer them something incredibly valuable for free in exchange for their email address. With this strategy, you are building an email list, an audience that you own. Here is the blueprint for a basic affiliate funnel. First, same as before, find an amazing affiliate product that solves a real problem. Second, create a lead magnet. This is your ethical bribe. It's a freebie so good that people are happy to trade their email for it. If your affiliate product is a course on gluten-free baking, your lead magnet could be a PDF, top 10 gluten-free flour substitutes. It could be a checklist, a video tutorial, or a simple guide. Third, build a one-page website called a landing page. Its only job is to sell your free lead magnet. You don't need to be a web developer. Tools like lead pages or free builders within email services make this easy. All you need is a killer headline, a few bullet points on why they need this freebie, and a box to enter their email. Fourth, you build an automated email sequence. This is where the magic really happens. As soon as someone signs up, your system automatically sends them the lead magnet. Then, over the next few days, it follows up with a pre-written series of emails. The first few emails should just provide more value and build trust. Then, a few emails in, you can naturally introduce the affiliate product, positioning it as the perfect next step to solve their problem. And you guessed it, you include your affiliate link. Fifth, you drive traffic to your landing page using the same tactics as before: social media, forums, or even paid ads when you feel confident. The funnel method takes more initial setup, no doubt, but the payoff is enormous. You're no longer a one-shot wonder. You are building relationships, establishing trust, and you can now recommend all other valuable products to your list for months or years to come. And that brings us to strategy number 3, the holy grail of affiliate marketing, the affiliate publisher model. This is the end game. This is what giants like NerdWallet or the Penny Hoarder are built on. They create massive, high-value content websites that attract millions of visitors from Google every single month, all monetized with affiliate links. This model demands the most patience, but it also has the highest ceiling for building a scalable, truly massive income machine. You're not just an affiliate, you are building a media company. Here is the long-term game plan. First, niche selection is absolutely critical here. You need a topic where people are actively spending money and searching for answers online. Think home security, high-end pet supplies, personal finance, or travel gear. Use keyword research tools to find out what people are searching for. Second, build a professional-looking website. The undisputed king here is WordPress. It's powerful, flexible, and gives you complete control. You'll need a domain name and web hosting, which is a small but essential investment. Third, create incredible content. This is the heart and soul of the publisher model. You will write comprehensive articles that are the best possible answer to a person's search. The bread and butter are detailed product reviews, best of rounds like the 5 best drones under $500, and head-to-head comparison posts. Your mission is to become the most trusted resource in your space. Fourth, with traffic starting to trickle in, you apply to the best affiliate programs. Some of these programs are more selective and will want to see your established website before they let you in. You can use big networks like CJ Affiliate or go directly to the companies themselves. Fifth, you weave your affiliate links into your content naturally. In that Best Drones article, every drone you recommend will have your affiliate link. And crucially, you must always disclose that you're using affiliate links. Transparency is non-negotiable for building long-term trust. And sixth, you go all in on growth, primarily through search engine optimization. This is the art and science of getting your articles to the top of Google search results, which brings you a consistent flow of 3 highly motivated visitors. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You might be looking at 6 months to a year before you see serious momentum. But once your articles start ranking on Google, they can work for you, earning passive income for years. So let's recap. We've got 3 distinct paths you can take, starting today. You can jump in right now with the basic link method just to prove the concept and get that first win. When you are ready to build a real asset, you graduate to the funnel method and start growing that all-important email list. And when you are ready to build an empire, you commit to the affiliate publisher model and create a business that can last for years. Look, the worst thing you can do right now is close this video and go watch another one, getting trapped in the endless cycle of learning without ever doing. Pick the strategy that excites you the most and take one small step forward today. And keep in mind one important thing. Success is available to everyone, but it is guaranteed to no one. If this video cut through the fluff and gave you some real clarity, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more guides to building a business online. And if you're curious about the exact tools I personally use for things like funnels and websites, I've put some links in the description. Full disclosure, some of those are my affiliate links, which just means I might get a small commission if you decide to buy something at absolutely no extra cost to you. It's a great way to support what I'm doing here and lets me keep making content just like this. The secret is to just start. Pick your path, learn on the fly, and stay consistent. You've got this. Stop trying to willpower your way through building a business. Seriously. It's the single biggest reason most entrepreneurs burn out and give up. We are fed this story that we have to glorify the grind, to hustle 24/7, and that pure force of will is what separates the winners from the losers. But that's a total myth. Willpower isn't infinite, it's a muscle. And when you are running a business, that muscle gets exhausted fast. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a system of habits that basically automates your success. You can finally stop grinding and start winning. My name is Ion, and I was trapped in that exact same cycle for years. I was pulling 16-hour days, living on caffeine and raw ambition, and at the end of it all, I was just completely drained, making terrible decisions and not really getting anywhere. The big shift for me was realizing that the most successful founders don't have some secret reserve of willpower. They just have better systems. They have turned the most critical, needle moving tasks into automatic, almost effortless habits. The science behind this is a framework called the habit loop. It's a simple 3-step pattern that every single one of your habits follows: a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue is the trigger, the thing that tells your brain to switch to autopilot. The routine is the action itself. And the reward, that's the prize that tells your brain, hey, this loop is worth remembering. Once you really understand this, you can stop fighting against yourself and start redesigning your behavior from the ground up. Now, before we get into the specific habits that will change your business, we have to lay the groundwork. If you don't grasp these 2 core ideas, none of this is going to stick. First, you need a real why. A habit without a deep personal reason behind it, it's just another chore on your to-do list. It's a temporary fix that's going to fall apart the second things get tough. So, why do you really want to be more productive? Is it so you can actually be present with your family? Is it for the financial freedom to stop worrying? Is it to make a genuine impact on your industry? Get specific. Get really specific and write it down. That motivation is the fuel you'll need when you inevitably hit a rough patch. Second, you have to make things easier on yourself by reducing friction. The secret to good habits isn't superhuman discipline, it's making the right choice the most obvious choice. You want to start your day with strategic thinking instead of email chaos? Close your email tab before you shut down for the night. You want to work out in the morning? Lay your gym clothes out before you go to bed. And it works both ways. If you want to break a bad habit, you have to add friction. Make it harder to do. Let's be honest. We're all wired to follow the path of least resistance. Your job is to design that path so it leads straight to a good habit. Alright, with that foundation in place, let's talk about the 5 habits that will put your success on autopilot. The eat the frog habit. So here is the first problem. Most entrepreneurs start their day completely backward. They wake up, they grab their phone, and they immediately start wading through the shallow stuff. Checking emails, scrolling social media, putting out tiny fires. This gives you the illusion of being productive. You feel busy, right? You feel like you are working. But what you are really doing is wasting your peak mental energy on low impact tasks. Your brain is sharpest in the morning, and you are squandering it on things that don't actually grow your business. So, by the time you finally get to the big, important, strategic work, your focus is shot and your best energy is gone. This is why you can end the day feeling totally exhausted but not feel like you have accomplished anything meaningful. The fix for this is the eat the frog habit. Your frog is your single most important and probably most difficult task of the day, the one you are most likely to put off. The habit is brutally simple. You do that one thing first. Before anything else, don't check your email, don't even think about social media. That first protected block of your day belongs to your frog. The easiest way to do this is to decide on your frog the night before. At the end of your workday, just take 5 minutes to identify tomorrow's most critical task. That way, when you wake up, you don't burn energy deciding what to do. You just do it. The time architect habit. Okay, next problem. Your to-do list is lying to you. It's just a long, overwhelming wish list that has zero connection to the 24 hours you actually have. This forces you to operate in reactive mode, letting your calendar and your inbox run your day. This is a productivity killer because of something called context switching. You are jumping from a client call to an accounting issue to a new marketing idea, and you never give any single thing your full attention. It leaves you in a state of being perpetually busy, blurs your line between work and life, and is a direct path to burnout. The way out is to stop managing a to-do list and start becoming a time architect. This means you don't just list what you have to do, you schedule it. Open your calendar and block out time for everything. And I mean everything. Block 2 hours for deep work and that client project. Block 30 minutes for email. Block out your lunch, your workout, and even 15-minute gaps between meetings just to reset. This is often called time blocking, and it forces you to get real about how much time you have and spend it on purpose. This gets even more powerful when you connect it to your existing habits, a technique called habit stacking. For instance, you could make a rule. Right after I finish my morning coffee, I will spend 15 minutes blocking out my schedule for the day. You are just tacking the new habit into one that's already there. The clarity habit. Problem number 3 is the mental clutter that just about every entrepreneur deals with. Your mind is a chaotic storm of ideas, worries, half-remembered conversations, and random to-do items. It feels like you are trying to run your business with 100 tabs open in your brain. All that mental noise is crippling. It creates this constant, low-level anxiety that makes clear, strategic thinking impossible and leads to impulsive, bad decisions. You can't see the forest for the trees because you are drowning in tiny details. You can't innovate because your brain has no free space to actually connect ideas. The solution here is a deceptively simple habit. A 5-minute daily brain dump. This isn't a Dear Diary situation. It's a structured offload of your thoughts. At the very end of your workday, grab a notebook and for just 5 minutes, write down the answers to 3 questions. What were my wins today? Where did I get stuck or what did I learn? And what is my number 1 priority for tomorrow? Just the act of getting this stuff out of your head provides incredible clarity. It lets you close all the mental tabs from the day so you can properly disconnect and recharge. Ready to hit the ground running tomorrow. Okay, Before we get into the last two habits, which are absolutely critical for long-term growth, I want to hear from you. What's the one habit you've tried to build for your business but always seem to struggle with? Let me know in the comments. I really do read every single one. And seeing what you are all working on helps everyone in this community. Systematized learning habit. Here is a classic entrepreneur trap. You know you need to keep learning to stay ahead, but it always feels like a luxury you just don't have time for. So, learning gets shoved to the bottom of the list. Something you'll get to when things slow down. And let's be real, things never slow down. The danger here is that while you are on the hamster wheel of daily tasks, your entire industry is changing. Your competitors are adopting new tools and strategies, and your business slowly starts to fall behind. The knowledge that was once your biggest advantage becomes outdated. You can't innovate if you're not refilling your well of ideas. The solution is to stop treating learning like a hobby and start treating it like a system. You need a habit of scheduled, systematized learning. This means putting it in your calendar just like a client meeting. Dedicate a specific, non-negotiable block of time each week. Maybe it's an hour every Friday morning to actively learn something new. You could read a book, take part of an online course, watch in-depth tutorials, or listen to a podcast. The key is that it's a recurring, protected slot in your calendar. It's not about finding the time, it's about making the time. Guys like Bill Gates schedule time for reading and learning because they know it's not an expense. It's an investment with the highest ROI you can get. The frictionless finance habit. Our final problem is one of the biggest sources of stress for any business owner. Money anxiety. So many entrepreneurs only look at their finances when they absolutely have to. During tax season, when a huge bill is due, or when cash flow gets terrifyingly tight. They are basically operating with a vague, fearful cloud over their numbers. Avoiding your finances like this is a disaster. You end up making critical business decisions completely in the dark. You have no idea if you can afford to hire someone. You miss obvious chances to cut costs, and you live with a constant, nagging fear of some horrible financial surprise. That anxiety seeps into every single part of your business and your life. To fix this, you need to create a frictionless finance habit. The goal is to make looking at your numbers a quick, painless daily routine. I'm not talking about a full audit every day. I'm talking about 2 minutes. Every morning, just spend 2 minutes reviewing your key financial metrics. What was yesterday's revenue? What's the bank balance right now? What big payments are due this week? Use a simple dashboard or accounting software that puts this info right at your fingertips. The point of this habit is just to get comfortable and remove the fear around your money. When you look at your numbers every day, they stop being this big, scary monster. You start seeing trends, you make decisions with more confidence, and you turn your finances from a source of anxiety into a tool that empowers you. So let's do a quick recap of the 5 unbreakable habits. The eat the frog habit. To make sure your most important work always gets done first. The time architect habit, to control your day instead of letting it control you. The clarity habit, of a daily brain dump to clear your mind for big picture thinking. The systematized learning habit, to make sure your business never gets left behind. And the frictionless finance habit, to take the fear out of your numbers and put you in control. Look, the goal is to stop relying on willpower. It's just not a reliable source of fuel, and it will let you down right when you need it most. Real, sustainable success in business doesn't come from a few heroic all-night efforts. It's the natural outcome of a system of small, consistent, automatic habits. Don't try to tackle all 5 of these at once. Just pick one, the one that solves your biggest headache right now. Master it until it's automatic. Then add the next one. You don't build a great business by grinding yourself into dust. You build it by designing a system that makes your success almost unavoidable. If you're ready to stop the grind and start building a business that actually serves you, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. I drop new videos every single week on the systems, strategies, and mindset shifts you need to win as an entrepreneur. You are at your desk. The screen is staring back at you, and a brilliant business idea is doing jumping jacks in your head. It's something you're actually passionate about, an idea that you know could be a game changer. And then reality hits. The thought of juggling that dream with your 9 to 5 feels like trying to pat your head, rub your stomach, and solve a Rubik's Cube at the same time. It's overwhelming. You are terrified of the balancing act, of burning out, of failing before you even get a fair shot. But what if the key to success isn't about finding more hours in the day or mainlining caffeine? What if it's not about working harder, but about asking the right questions before you even start? The difference between a side hustle that takes off and one that crashes and burns is almost always strategy, not just sweat. We are going to walk through the 7 critical questions you need to answer to build a real, sustainable business on the side, without torching your health, your relationships, or your day job. Let's get into it. The why question. What is your real fuel? Okay, before you even whisper the words business plan or to-do list, you have to answer the biggest question of all. Why are you really doing this? Is it for a little extra cash? To learn something new? To build an empire that will one day let you bid farewell to your cubicle? You have to be brutally honest with yourself. I want more money is a start, but it's not the whole story. We have to dig deeper. Why do you want more money? Is it to obliterate your student loans, save for a down payment, or achieve that glorious state of financial freedom? That deeper reason, that's your real fuel. When you are exhausted after a long day and the absolute last thing you want to do is work more, remembering that you are building a life with more freedom is what will pull you through. Here is another powerful test. If this side hustle only ever made you an extra $50 a month, would you still enjoy doing it? If the answer is yes, you've struck gold. You found something rooted in passion, not just profit. And that passion is your unfair advantage. Your why is your North Star. If you just want an extra $50 or $500 a month for a vacation fund, your strategy will look very different than if you are trying to build the next Under Armour, which founder Kevin Plank famously started in his grandmother's basement while still a college football player. So, take a beat, define your true north, and write it down. This is your anchor that will keep you from drifting when the storm hits. The time audit question. Where do your hours actually go? The number one killer of side hustles isn't lack of good ideas, it's what feels like a lack of time. This brings us to the second critical question. How much time can you realistically dedicate to your business each week? And I can't stress the word realistically enough. It's easy to put out your chest and say, I'll work 20 extra hours a week. But the reality of your job, your family, your chores, and your biological need for sleep will quickly call your bluff. For 1 week, I want you to conduct a ruthless time audit. Track everything, from your morning commute to that 30-minute social media doom scroll right before bed. You will be floored by where your time actually goes. You'll likely find little pockets of time you never knew existed. The hour-long lunch where you could spend 15 minutes on focused tasks, or the train ride you could use to knock out a few emails. Now, the goal here isn't to turn yourself into a productivity robot who fills every spare second with work. That's a one-way ticket to burnout. The goal is to identify and climb a specific, sustainable number of hours. Many successful founders start with just 5 to 10 hours a week. That might sound tiny, but 5 focused hours every week is over 250 hours in a year. You can build a serious foundation in that time. Once you have your number, the next step is to protect it like a dragon guards its gold. The priority question. What actions truly move the needle? So, you've carved out a block of time. Fantastic. Now, you have to be merciless about how you use it. This brings us to the question 3. What are the absolute top priorities in your 9 to 5 and in your business that will generate the biggest results? Juggling 2 careers means you have 0 time for busy work. Every single task needs to have a purpose. Start by making 2 lists, one for the day job, one for the side hustle. For the 9 to 5, identify the tasks that your performance is judged on and make sure those are always done to a high standard. Your day job is the angel investor for your dreams, so don't you dare neglect it. For your business, you need to focus on what are called high impact or revenue generating activities. In the early days, this has nothing to do with designing the perfect logo or agonizing over the website's color palette. It's about validating your idea, getting your first client, or making your first sale. If you have 5 hours a week and you spend 4 of them tweaking your brand fonts, you're wasting your time. If you spend those 4 hours sending outreach emails or actually talking to potential customers, you are building a business. Prioritize tasks that put you in front of people who can pay you. Everything else can wait. If these questions are hitting home and you are serious about building your business without losing your mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We dive into practical, no-fluff strategies like these every single week, and I don't want you to miss out. The boundaries question. How will you build your fortress of focus? You know your why, you found your time, and you've set your priorities. Now for the fourth and arguably the toughest question. What boundaries will you set to protect your time, energy, and sanity? Without clear lines in the sand, your 9 to 5 will bleed into your business time, and your business will bleed into your personal life. The result? Total exhaustion and a whole lot of resentment. This is where you build your fortress of focus. First, schedule your business hours in the calendar like they are unbreakable appointments with your most important client. Because that client is you. If you've committed to Tuesday and Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., that time is sacred. That is not the time to just quickly do the laundry or see what's new on Netflix. Second, set digital and physical boundaries. This could be as simple as having a separate user profile on your computer for your business. It also means communicating these boundaries to the people you live with. Let your family or roommates know your schedule so they can respect your focus time. And just as important, set a boundary with your business. When your time is up, shut it down. Don't check emails in bed. Protect your downtime with the same ferocity you protect your work time. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a non-negotiable part of long-term success. The progress question. How will you know you're winning? When you're grinding it out on evenings and weekends, it's dangerously easy to lose sight of how far you've come. That's why our fifth question is so important. How will you measure progress and stay motivated? Without clear milestones, you'll feel like you are sprinting on a treadmill, working your tail off but going absolutely nowhere. Your metrics for success must tie back to the why you defined earlier. If your goal is to eventually go full-time, your key metrics might be revenue, client numbers, or email subscribers. If your goal is a creative outlet, your metric might be finishing a chapter or publishing one new piece of content a week. Whatever your goals, break them down into bite-sized weekly or monthly targets. Instead of a fuzzy goal like get more clients, make it send 10 outreach proposals this week. It's specific, it's measurable, and it's within your control. And for the love of all that is holy, celebrate your small wins. Did you land your first paying customer? Celebrate it. Did you finally tackle a task you'd been dreading? Acknowledge it. These little celebrations create a positive feedback loop that builds momentum and keeps you in the game when the big wins feel miles away. The systems question. What tools can make success inevitable? You can't do this with sheer willpower. Trying to white-knuckle your way through 2 jobs is a recipe for a spectacular flame-out. This brings us to question 6. What systems and tools can you put in place to automate your workflow and basically clone yourself? Think about systems in 2 buckets: task management and automation. For task management, you need one central hub to organize everything. Tools like Trello, Asana, or even a well-organized Google Calendar can be lifesavers. They get all those to-dos out of your brain and into a system you can trust, which frees up a ton of mental space. This is also where you can use techniques like time blocking or the Pomodoro method, working in focused 25 minutes bursts. For automation, hunt for repetitive tasks that a tool can do better and faster than you can. This could be using a social media scheduler to batch create your content in advance or setting up email templates for common questions. Using systems and tools isn't about being lazy, it's about being strategic. It frees up your most precious asset, your time, so you can focus on the stuff that actually grows your business. The contingency question. What is your plan for when life happens? Finally, you need a plan for when things go wrong, because they will. The seventh and final question is, how will you handle the curveballs that your job or your personal life will inevitably throw at you? Life is unpredictable. You'll get hit with a massive project at work that demands overtime. A family emergency will pop up, or you'll just get sick. Without a contingency plan, these events can completely shatter your momentum. Your plan should be about flexibility, not rigidity. Figure out your minimum effective dose, the absolute smallest amount of work you can do in a week to keep the embers glowing. Maybe during a crazy week at the office, all you can manage is sending 3 important emails or posting once on social media. That's fine. The goal is to maintain consistency, even when the intensity has to drop. This is also about giving yourself some grace, recognizing that you can't operate at 110% all the time is a sign of maturity, not weakness. Be prepared to temporarily scale back your business hours when life gets loud, without the guilt trip. Building a business on the side is a marathon, not a sprint. A contingency plan ensures you can handle the rough patches and stay in the race for the long haul. So, there you have it. The 7 questions that are the blueprint for building a business while holding down a 9 to 5. It all starts with knowing your why. It demands a real audit of your time and a laser focus on your priorities. It's held together with a fortress of boundaries, tracking your progress using smart systems and having a contingency plan for when life does its thing. One last pro tip before you dive in. Take a quick look at your employment contract. Some have non-compete clauses that could create headaches for your side business. So it's always smart to check first. Building a business on the side is one of the most challenging things you can do, but it's also one of the most rewarding. The fear of burnout is real, but it doesn't have to be your story. By asking these strategic questions up front, you shift from a mindset of frantic hustle to one of a smart, sustainable growth. You create a plan that works with your life, not against it. You have the dream, now you have the framework. The only thing left to do is start asking the right questions and take that first step. You've got this. I used to think that just outworking everyone was the magic formula. On the construction site, the guy who put in the most hours and pushed the hardest was the one who got ahead. And I was convinced that if I just brought the same work ethic to my own business, success was a sure thing. Yeah, and I was wrong. Dead wrong. This online business, the thing I was pouring my life into after leaving my supervisor job, almost broke me. I was on the edge of total burnout, looking at the wreckage of my dream and just wondering, how did I get it so wrong? The same drive that got me started had twisted into a machine that ran on anxiety and exhaustion. The problem wasn't that I wasn't working hard enough. The problem was I was missing the right mindset. It wasn't until I learned three critical lessons, not about spreadsheets or marketing funnels, but about how I was showing up as a person, that everything started to shift. These are the three lessons that saved my business and, honestly, my sanity. And I really wish someone had told me them before I ever decided to trade in my hard hat for a laptop. Lesson number one: your why is your lifeline. When I started out, my why was pretty shallow. I just wanted to be successful. That's what I told everyone, and it's what I told myself. But what does that even mean? To me, it meant hitting certain commission goals, getting on leaderboards, and getting a pat on my back from the online world. So I picked an affiliate niche that, on paper, looked like a gold mine. It was a hot industry. I saw a clear path to making money, and I just jumped. Those 6 months, a total blur. 16-hour days went the exception. They were just Tuesday. I was building funnels and grinding and pushing, and it was sort of working. The business was growing, yeah, but I was shrinking. I'd wake up every morning with this pit of dread in my stomach. The work just felt hollow, like a long list of tasks I had to get through. I was building something I felt no real connection to. I was so focused on the what, the affiliate product, the profit, that I totally forgot to ask why I was doing it in the first place. The breaking point came while setting up a promotion for a potentially huge affiliate offer. Getting sales would have been a game changer financially. I'd prepped for weeks, but sitting there looking at the product, I felt nothing. No spark, no excitement. All I could think was I would never actually recommend this to anyone. I was chasing a prize I didn't even want. I realized my entire business was built on a foundation that couldn't last. Because here is the thing: making money can't be your only driver. It's a result of doing good work, not the reason for the work. When the tough times hit, and trust me, they will, profit alone is not enough to pull you through. That's when I finally got the first lesson. You have to start with and always come back to your why. Your purpose is your North Star. It's the real, emotional reason your business exists, beyond the balance sheet. It's what gets you through the days when it feels like everything is on fire. So, I took a step back. I had to. I started asking myself the hard questions. What impact did I really want to have? What problems did I actually get excited about solving? I had to reconnect with why I even started this journey in the first place. I wanted freedom, a chance to create something that mattered, and to help people in a way that felt like me. The business I was running did none of that. So I made a terrifying choice. I pivoted. I changed my entire niche to focus on something I was genuinely passionate about, even though it looked less profitable on paper. The difference was immediate. The work was still incredibly hard, but the dread was gone. It was replaced with purpose. Entrepreneurs who build a business around their passion are just tougher. They are more resilient because the work fuels them instead of draining them. Your why isn't just some fluffy sentence for your website. It's the lifeline that will pull you through the darkest moments of this journey. Lesson number 2. Become a student of your failures. Before I started my business, I was terrified of failing. I had this idea that successful entrepreneurs were just a different breed of people who didn't fail. They had brilliant ideas, executed them perfectly, and that was that. Because of this, I was a total perfectionist. I thought everything had to be flawless right out of the gate. My first website, my first affiliate campaign, I would tinker with them for weeks, scared to death to put anything out there that wasn't perfect. This flawed thinking led to my first major campaign disaster. I spent months and way too much of my own money building what I was convinced was the perfect sales funnel for an affiliate product. I barely looked at any real world feedback because deep down I was afraid people would find flaws in my brilliant idea. I thought I know what they need. I finally launched it with a big ad push, sat back and waited for the flood of commissions. Instead, crickets. A few clicks, but it was an absolute, undeniable failure. My first reaction was just pure shame. I felt like a total fraud. My perfectionism didn't prevent me from failing. It just made the fall that much harder. I wanted to hide, delete the whole thing, and pretend it never happened. I saw it as a final verdict on me as an entrepreneur. But after a week of moping, a quote I'd read popped into my head. The master has failed more times than the novice has ever tried. I realized I had two choices. I could let this failure crush me, or I could let it teach me. This is the second lesson. You have to see every failure not as an endpoint, but as a tuition payment for your business education. It's about believing that your abilities aren't fixed and that challenges are opportunities to get better, not signs that you should quit. So, instead of running from my failure, I leaned right into it. I dove into the analytics to see where people were dropping off. I even put a small poll on the landing page asking why people weren't interested. Their answers were tough to read, but they were also pure gold. They didn't want the perfect, all-in-one thing I was promoting. They wanted something way simpler, more focused, and that solved a different problem. My approach had failed, but I hadn't. The failure wasn't a verdict, it was data. Using that feedback, I found a new, much simpler affiliate product to promote. I created a new straightforward campaign based on what people had told me. I launched it quietly 2 months later. No big expensive campaign. And it took off. That failed campaign became the single most important lesson in my company's history. It taught me that progress is so much more valuable than perfection. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's just part of the process. When you start treating failure as your teacher, you turn it from something you are ashamed of into your most powerful tool for growth. Lesson number 3: own your success with extreme accountability. About a year into my business, there was a stretch where everything just felt hard. An affiliate partner suddenly cut their commissions rate, a big marketing campaign tanked, and a competitor was suddenly everywhere. My default setting was to blame everyone and everything else. It was my affiliates manager's fault for the pay cut. It was the algorithm's fault for the failed campaign. It was the market's fault for being unfair. I was stuck in this loop of frustration and finger pointing, feeling like a victim of my circumstances. That mindset is poison. When you blame outside factors, you give away all your power. If the problem is out there, then so is the solution. And it's completely out of your hands. You are basically just waiting for the world to change so your business can get better. And let me tell you, the world does not care about your business plan. The shift happened when I discovered the concept of extreme ownership. It's a simple but game-changing idea. As the leader, you are responsible for everything. Not some things, but everything. The wins, the losses, all of it. If an affiliate program cuts its rates, it's because I failed to diversify and became too reliant on one income stream. If a marketing campaign bombs, it's because my strategy was weak or I didn't do enough research. If a competitor is eating my lunch, it's because I failed to innovate faster or provide more value. This isn't about beating yourself up, it's the opposite. It's about taking back control. The second you stop blaming and take full responsibility, you get your power back to change things. So, I put it into practice. Instead of just being angry about the commission cut, I took ownership. It was my fault for putting all my eggs in one basket. That realization forced me to go out and build relationships with 3 new affiliate partners, which ultimately made my business much more stable and secure. Next, I went back to that failed ad campaign. I stopped blaming the platform and looked at my own decisions. The ad copy wasn't clear, the targeting was too wide, the offer just wasn't that great. They were all my mistakes. I owned them, I learned from them, and our next campaign was a success. Taking extreme ownership feels heavy at first, but is the most liberating thing you can do as an entrepreneur. It breaks you out of that crippling victim mentality and puts you firmly back in the driver's seat. You stop waiting for things to get better and you make them better. No one is coming to save you or build your business for you. You and you alone are responsible. It's a hard truth, but it's also the key that unlocks your ability to solve any problem that comes your way. Alright. So, there you have it. The 3 lessons that changed everything for me. First, anchor everything you do in your why, because passion is the only fuel that will actually last. Second, become a student of your own failures, because they are your greatest teachers. And third, practice extreme ownership, because taking responsibility gives you the power to change your own destiny. Building a business is one of the hardest things you can ever do. And the biggest battles are usually not with the market, but with your own mind. The mental grind is real, and the hustle culture lies to us, making us think burnout is some kind of badge of honor. It's not. Real, lasting success comes from building yourself right alongside your business. If you are just starting out, or you are in a rough patch, I really encourage you to look inward. Are you connected to your purpose? Are you learning when you get knocked down? Are you taking ownership? Mastering these things won't just save your business, they'll make the whole journey worthwhile. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. And I've got a question for you. Which of these 3 lessons hits home for you the most right now? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Now, go build something amazing. Affiliate marketing sounds easy until you are staring at a dozen platforms and don't know where to start. Let me show you how to cut through the chaos. So, you've watched dozens of videos on affiliate marketing, right? Your head is probably spinning with talk of funnels, SEO, social media, and a million different tools. You're trying to connect the dots, but you just end up more lost and overwhelmed than when you started. It feels like everyone is selling a piece of the puzzle, but nobody is showing you the picture on the box. What if there was a simple, straight line roadmap? A plan that takes you from that exact feeling of being stuck to actually earning your first affiliate commission without all the noise and confusion. Hi, my name is Ivan, and in this video I'm giving you that complete step-by-step plan. No fluff, no impossibly complicated theories. By the end of this, you'll have a clear path forward to finally get started. And if you stick around, I'll even show you the one asset that nearly every successful affiliate marketer builds for long-term income. Something most beginners completely sleep on. So, let's get rid of the overwhelm for good. Before we jump into the steps, let's just clear the air. What even is affiliate marketing? Well, it's simple. You earn a commission for promoting other people's or a company's products. You find a product you genuinely like, share it with others, and you get a piece of the profit for each sale that comes from you. The real beauty of this is that you don't have to create your own products, worry about shipping, or handle any customer service. It has massive passive income potential, because once a piece of content is out there, it can earn you money while you sleep. But here is the most important part, and it's where so many beginners go wrong. Your job isn't to sell, Your job is to help. The biggest mistake you can make is putting the sale before the solution. If you frame everything as helping people solve a problem or make a better choice, you'll build trust. And trust is what really generates commissions. Step number 1, pick a niche you actually care about. Alright, this is where the journey really begins. And honestly, it's the most critical decision you'll make. Your niche is just the specific topic you are going to focus on. So many beginners chase what they think is profitable, without having any real interest in it. That's a fast track to burnout. Instead, start by just brainstorming topics you are genuinely passionate or curious about. What are your hobbies? What skills do you have? What problems have you solved for yourself? Are you into home fitness, sustainable living, brewing the perfect cup of coffee, or maybe you are weirdly obsessed with caring for a specific breed of dog? Just write it down. Passion keeps you going, but you also need profit. Once you have a list, you need to see if there is actually a demand. A super simple way to check is with Google Trends. You can compare your topics and see if people's interest is stable or growing. If a niche is clearly dying off, just avoid it. It will be a constant uphill battle. Next, you need to niche down. This is the secret to cutting through all the noise online. Instead of a huge topic like fitness, which is wildly competitive, get specific. Think home workouts for busy parents or keto recipes for absolute beginners. A focused niche lets you become the go-to expert for a very specific group of people, which makes building a loyal audience so much easier. Step number 2, choose one platform to master. The next trap that just drowns people in overwhelm is trying to be everywhere at once. YouTube, Instagram, a blog, TikTok, Pinterest. Just stop. You don't need to do it all. You just need to pick one platform to start with and really master it. Your goal is consistency, and focusing on one platform makes that actually achievable. So, which one should you choose? A blog website. This is the most powerful long-term asset you can possibly build. Why? Because you own it. It's perfect for detailed product reviews, how-to guides, and best-of lists that can rank on Google and bring you free targeted traffic for years. YouTube. This is an absolute goldmine for visual niches and for building a powerful personal connection with an audience. If you're comfortable on camera and can show how products work or teach concepts visually, YouTube is for you. Social media. TikTok, Instagram. These platforms are fantastic for quick, engaging, trend-driven content. They work especially well in visual niches like fashion, beauty, or cool new gadgets. Pick the platform you are most comfortable with. If you love to write, start a blog. If you are natural on camera, fire up a YouTube channel. The best platform is the one you will actually stick with. You can always expand later on. Step number 3, find and join quality affiliate programs. Okay, you've got your niche and your platform. Now it's time to find some products to promote. But please, do not just go out and promote anything that has a high commission. Promoting low quality or scammy products is the fastest way to burn the trust you are working so hard to build. Just ask yourself one simple question. Would I honestly recommend this to a friend or my mom? So, where do you find these programs? Affiliate networks. Think of these as giant marketplaces connecting you with thousands of companies. They are awesome for beginners. Some of the biggest and most reputable networks are Amazon Associates. Perfect for starting out because they sell pretty much everything. The commissions aren't always the highest, but conversion rates are amazing because everyone knows and trusts Amazon. Share a sale, AWin today, and CJ, Commission Junction. These are huge networks with thousands of brands in every niche imaginable, from software to physical goods. ClickBank, very popular for digital products like ebooks and online courses, which often come with seriously high commission rates. Direct programs. Lots of companies run their own affiliate programs. If there is a specific brand or product you already use and love, just go to their website and scroll down to the footer. Look for a link that says affiliates, partners, or referral program. You can also just Google the brand name plus affiliate program. When you apply, some programs will want to see you have a platform with at least some content on it, which is why we set up the blog or channel first. Once you are approved, you'll get your unique affiliate links. These are just special URLs that track when someone clicks your link and buys something, making sure you get credit for the sale. Step number 4, create content that genuinely helps. You've got your niche, your platform, and your links. Now it's time for the engine of your business, your content. Your only goal here should be to create content that helps your audience solve a problem or reach a goal. The affiliate links should feel like a natural, helpful recommendation, not a sleazy, forced sales pitch. Here are a few of the most effective types of content for affiliate marketing. In-depth product reviews. Go way beyond just listing features. Share your real experience, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Be honest. If a product has flaws, talk about them. That's how you build trust. How-to guides and tutorials. Show people how to use a product to get a result. For example, a tutorial on how to set up your first podcast could naturally link to the microphone and software you recommend. Comparison posts. Pit two or more popular products against each other. Example, Bluehost versus Hostinger for web hosting. People love this because you help them make a tough decision. Best of listicles. These are articles like the 5 best running shoes for beginners. You do the research and present a curated list of the best options, explaining who each one is for. And always be transparent. The FTC requires you to disclose that you use affiliate links. A simple, friendly line like, just so you know, this post contains affiliate links, which means I may earn a commission if you make a purchase at no extra cost to you, is perfect for building trust and staying on the right side of the law. Hey, if you're finding this roadmap helpful and it's starting to cut through the noise for you, do me a huge favor and hit that like and subscribe button. I post practical videos just like this one every single week to help you build an online business without the usual confusion. Thanks. The secret weapon. Build your email list. If you only remember one thing from this entire video, make it this. Build an email list. This is your single most important asset in this entire business. Full stop. Why? You don't own your YouTube subscribers. You don't own your TikTok followers. An algorithm change can and will wipe out your reach overnight. But you own your email list. It's a direct line of communication to your most dedicated fans that no platform or algorithm can ever take away from you. Start collecting emails from day one. You do this by offering a lead magnet, a fancy term for a freebie. It's a simple piece of value you give away in exchange for an email address. This could be a simple checklist, a short guide, or a free email course that's related to your niche. Once someone is in your list, you can build a real relationship. Send them a weekly newsletter with useful tips, personal stories, and of course, your affiliate recommendations. Because they choose to hear from you, they are way more likely to trust what you say and buy what you recommend. This is how you build a stable, predictable, long-term income stream. All right. Let's do a super quick recap of the roadmap. 1. Pick a niche you are actually into and then get specific. 2. Choose one platform to master at first. A blog, YouTube, or social media. 3. Find and join quality affiliate programs with products you truly believe in. 4. Create genuinely helpful content that makes your links a natural part of the solution. And 5. The secret weapon. Start building your email list from day one for true long-term security. That's it. That's the path. Affiliate marketing isn't some get-rich-quick fantasy. It's a real business that takes patience and consistent effort. It's totally normal to feel lost when you are starting. But now you have a clear, actionable plan. So stop the endless cycle of watching confusing videos and just start with step 1. Pick your niche. Today, your future self will thank you for it. Thanks for watching. Now go get started, and I'll see you in the next one.